two of the most popular countries for immigrants in the world. One question: which one is actually right for you in 26? If you're comparing Canada and Australia for a fresh start this year, the rules have changed a lot, and most videos online are still using old numbers. In the next few minutes, we're breaking down immigration, jobs, salaries, cost of living, taxes, weather, and citizenship, side by side, with real 2026 numbers. Stick around till the end, because the right answer is different depending on your profession, your age, and your priorities. Let's start with the big one. How hard is it to actually get in? Canada runs on express entry and the comprehensive ranking system, known as CRS, scored out of 1,200 points. In 2026, competitive CRS cutoffs are sitting around 490 or higher for general draws, which is tougher than it used to be. Canada has also shifted toward category-based draws that target specific in-demand jobs, and many draws now favor people who already have Canadian work experience. Australia uses SkillSelect, a simpler points test out of 130, where you typically need around 80 or more points to get an invitation. Australia's system rewards age and work experience heavily, and unlike Canada, it lets you apply from anywhere in the world purely on your skills and points score. One big difference: Canada has no hard age cutoff. Your points just decline as you get older. Australia has a hard cutoff. You must be under 45 to even be invited. Canada currently plans for more permanent resident spots overall, but Australia's process can feel more predictable once you clear the points threshold. Bottom line: if your profile is strong in demand and you're applying from overseas without Canadian experience, Australia's pathway may currently be more realistic. If you already have Canadian ties or study experience, Canada still has an edge. Let's talk about what it actually costs to apply. Canada's express entry government fees run roughly 1,165 Canadian dollars per adult applicant. Australia's subclass 189 visa costs significantly more, in the range of 4,600 Australian dollars for the main applicant. So Canada is noticeably cheaper to apply to, even before you factor in cost of living once you arrive. Now, the question everyone actually cares about: where can you earn more? Canada's national average salary sits around 59,000 Canadian dollars a year, with strength in technology, healthcare, engineering, finance, and natural resources. Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, and Ottawa are Canada's biggest tech and finance hubs. Australia's national average salary is higher, around 72,000 Australian dollars a year, which converts to roughly 65,000 Canadian dollars. Australia's economy leans heavily on mining, construction, healthcare, technology, and education. And right now, Australia is in the middle of a construction boom. If you're a licensed electrician, plumber, carpenter, or bricklayer, Australia is actively recruiting at unusually low point thresholds for these trades. So on paper, Australia pays more, but that higher paycheck gets eaten into fast once you look at what things actually cost. Which brings us to cost of living, and this is where Australia loses some of its shine. Overall, Australia runs about 15 to 25% more expensive than Canada across most categories. Sydney and Melbourne are significantly pricier than most Canadian cities, with the exception of Vancouver and Toronto. If affordability matters most to you, Canadian cities like Calgary, Ottawa, and Montreal offer noticeably better value than Australia's major cities. Housing is the biggest driver of that gap, especially rent and home prices in Australia's coastal cities. Let's quickly compare what you'll actually take home after tax. Canada's top combined federal and provincial income tax rate can reach around 54% in the highest brackets. Australia's top tax rate is 45%, plus a 2% Medicare levy. Visual: Australian tax office building or generic finance imagery. Sales tax is also different. Canada's GST plus provincial tax ranges from 5 to 15% depending on province, while Australia has a flat 10% GST everywhere. Canada does offer more deductions and credits like child benefits, RRSPs, and tax-free savings accounts, which can soften that higher top rate for families. Both countries offer universal healthcare, but the details differ. Canada's Medicare covers hospital and physician visits for permanent residents, though coverage can take up to 3 months to kick in, depending on the province. Prescription drugs, dental, and vision usually need private insurance in Canada. Australia's Medicare covers doctor visits, public hospital treatment, and subsidizes prescriptions through the Pharmaceutical Benefits Scheme. For lifestyle, Australia is known for its outdoor culture, beaches, and warmer climate, while Canada offers 4 distinct seasons, mountains, and a strong outdoor culture of its own. Just colder. Finally, how long until you can call yourself a citizen? Canada requires 3 years of physical presence as a permanent resident within a 5-year window before you can apply for citizenship. Australia requires 4 years of residence, including at least 1 full year as a permanent resident. So Canada currently offers the faster route to a passport. So Canada or Australia? Here's the honest answer. It depends on you. Choose Canada if you want a cheaper, faster path to permanent residency, strong English or French skills, and don't mind colder winters for lower living costs. Choose Australia if your occupation is in high demand, you can meet a strong point score, and you want higher salaries with a warmer, outdoor lifestyle, and you're not worried about a higher cost of living. Either way, both countries offer real pathways to permanent residency, strong economies, and universal healthcare. You genuinely can't go wrong. It just depends on your profession and priorities. If this helped you get clarity, drop a comment telling us which one you're leaning toward, Canada or Australia. Subscribe for more real, updated immigration comparisons for Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. No fluff, just current numbers. See you in the next video. Subscribe Pacific Wealth YouTube channel.